Yo, listen up. Are you tired of people walking all over you? Sick of the whispers, the side eyes, the haters trying to tear you down? Do you wish you could just walk into a room and command respect? Even make those who doubt you, who dislike you, feel a little uneasy without even opening your mouth? Good. Because today we're diving into the ancient power of Stoic philosophy to turn you into an unbreakable force. Forget shouting matches, forget petty arguments. We're talking silent power, the kind that makes enemies second-guess themselves, the kind that radiates pure, unshakable strength. Buckle up because I'm giving you the playbook. This isn't about being a bully. No, this is about tapping into something deep inside you, something the Stoics mastered centuries ago. We're talking about forging an inner fortress so strong, so calm, that negativity just bounces off you. We'll cover 3 core Stoic secrets today: mastering your inner world so nothing rattles you, projecting physical presence that screams confidence, and cultivating absolute indifference to their pathetic attempts to get under your skin. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to make anyone who wishes you ill fear the quiet power you possess. Let's go. Okay, let's be real. We all have them. Maybe not sworn enemies like in the movies, but people who drain our energy. Competitors, doubters, passive-aggressive colleagues, maybe even that annoying relative. They try to provoke you, undermine you, make you feel small. They feed off your reactions, your anger, your frustration. When you lash out, when you get visibly upset, guess what? They win. They control your emotional state. That's the game they play, and most people fall right into their trap, reacting exactly how the enemy wants them to. This feeling of being manipulated, of being reactive instead of proactive, it sucks. It drains your power, your focus, your ability to actually achieve what you want in life. You spend precious energy thinking about them, about what they said, what they did. It's like letting someone live rent-free in your head, constantly poking at your insecurities. This isn't just annoying, it's actively detrimental to your success and your peace of mind. You're letting external forces dictate your internal reality, and that's the definition of weakness in the Stoic sense. But imagine flipping the script. Imagine you being the one who's completely unfazed. Imagine them getting frustrated because they can't get a rise out of you. Imagine walking past them, head held high, radiating a calm confidence that silently says, "Your opinion, your negativity, it means absolutely nothing to me." That is power. That is control. And that, my friends, is where the fear creeps in for them. Not fear of physical violence, but fear of your unshakability. Fear that they have no hold over you. The Stoics, guys like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, these weren't just dusty old philosophers. They were emperors, advisors, people living in the thick of political intrigue, betrayal, and conflict. They needed practical strategies to maintain their composure and strength in high-stakes environments. They understood that true power doesn't come from controlling others. It comes from mastering yourself. And when you master yourself, others perceive that power, and those with ill intent become wary. They don't know how to deal with someone they can't emotionally manipulate. So the foundation we're building today isn't about outward aggression. It's about forging an inner core of steel. It's about understanding that the only thing you truly control is your own mind, your own judgments, your own reactions. Everything else, what people say, what they think, what they do, is external. It's outside your fortress. By focusing relentlessly on what's inside your control, you become impervious to the chaos outside. This internal shift is the first and most crucial step. All right, secret weapon #1. Master your inner citadel. Your mind, that's your fortress. Right now, for many of you, the gates are wide open. Any stray comment, any little setback, any hater's remark can just waltz right in and wreck the place. Your emotions flare up: anger, frustration, anxiety. And guess who loves seeing that? Your enemies. It tells them they have power over you. It tells them they can push your buttons and watch you dance. Think about it. When you react emotionally, you're handing them the keys to your peace of mind. You're validating their attempt to provoke you. You're showing them exactly where your weak spots are. A Stoic understands this is giving away your most precious resource, your tranquility, your rational mind. Allowing external events or other people's malice to dictate your internal state is the ultimate vulnerability. It's like letting the enemy commander choose the battleground inside your own head. The Stoic solution? Radical focus on the dichotomy of control. What's truly yours? Your thoughts, your judgments, your responses. What's not yours? Everything else. Other people's opinions, their actions, external events. You cannot control what someone says about you. You cannot control if they try to sabotage you. But you can control whether you let it shatter your inner peace. You choose your response. That choice is your power. How do you do this? Practice the pause. Someone insults you, someone tries to wind you up. Don't just react, stop, breathe. Create a space between the stimulus, their action, and your response. In that space, ask yourself, is this within my control? Does reacting emotionally serve my purpose, or does it serve theirs? Choose a response based on reason and your values, not raw, uncontrolled emotion. This pause is your shield. Now, how does this make enemies fear you? When they throw their best shot, their most cutting remark, their most frustrating tactic, and you meet it with calm composure? Maybe a neutral expression, maybe even slight amusement? It completely throws them off. They expect anger, tears, defensiveness. When they get nothing or worse, calm indifference, it's deeply unsettling. It signals that their weapons are useless against you. Contrast this with the person who explodes at every provocation. They seem weak, easily manipulated, predictable. The person who remains calm under fire, however, appears strong, controlled, unpredictable. Enemies don't know what to expect from someone they can't rattle. They don't know how to fight someone who refuses to engage on their emotional battlefield. This unpredictability breeds caution, even a subtle fear. This isn't about suppressing emotions like a robot. No, it's about understanding them and choosing not to be ruled by them. Acknowledge the anger, feel the frustration, but don't let it dictate your actions or your outward demeanor when dealing with those who wish you ill. It's about channeling that energy constructively, internally, rather than giving your enemies the satisfaction of a visible reaction. It's disciplined mastery. The fear factor here is rooted in their loss of control. People who try to manipulate others rely on predictable emotional responses. When you deny them that, you break their script. They see someone who cannot be easily broken, someone whose peace isn't dependent on their approval or disapproval. This resilience, this emotional independence, is intimidating. They fear your strength because it highlights their inability to affect you. Action step. Start small. Notice your triggers. When you feel that rush of anger or frustration today, pause. Just breathe. Observe the feeling without immediately acting on it. Practice this in low-stakes situations. Traffic jams, annoying emails. Build that muscle of non-reaction. This internal work is the bedrock. Master this, and you've built the first wall of your fortress. Remember, your calm isn't passive. It's an active assertion of your power. It's a silent declaration. You cannot touch my inner peace. That unwavering calm, that refusal to be drawn into their drama, is the first way you make enemies fear you without uttering a single syllable. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Your inner citadel stands strong, repelling all attacks. Okay, citadel secured? Good. Now let's talk about how you project that inner strength outward. Secret weapon #2, unshakable physical presence. Before you even say a word, your body is communicating. Are you communicating confidence, control, and strength? Or are you communicating anxiety, deference, and weakness? Your enemies are reading these signals, consciously or subconsciously. The Stoics believed in living according to nature and reason, and this extends to how we carry ourselves. A mind that is ordered, calm, and rational should ideally be reflected in a body that is composed and purposeful. Slouching, fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, these are physical manifestations of inner turmoil or lack of confidence. Projecting strength starts with aligning your physical self with your mental fortress. Let's get practical. Posture: stand tall, shoulders back, chin level. Imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. Occupy your space confidently. Don't shrink yourself down to make others comfortable, especially not those who dislike you. This isn't about aggressive puffing up. It's about claiming your right to exist, powerfully and calmly. Good posture instantly signals self-assurance. Eye contact, this is huge. When dealing with someone you perceive as an enemy or someone trying to intimidate you, Maintain steady, direct eye contact. Not a creepy, aggressive stare down, but a calm, unwavering gaze that says, "I see you. I am not intimidated. I am present and engaged." Looking away, shifting your eyes constantly, that screams submission or discomfort. Hold their gaze calmly. Movement. Move with purpose. Avoid restless fidgeting, tapping fingers, shaking legs. These are nervous habits that betray inner anxiety. When you walk, walk deliberately, not rushed or frantic. When you sit, sit calmly. Every movement should convey intention and control, not nervous energy bleeding out. Slow, controlled movements project calm authority. Why does this work? Because nonverbal cues are deeply ingrained in our social interactions. Confident posture, steady eye contact, and calm movements are universally interpreted as signs of high status, self-assurance, and control. People are naturally more cautious and respectful around individuals who project these qualities. You're silently communicating that you are not someone to be trifled with. Contrast this with the person who physically shrinks in the presence of perceived enemies. The slumped shoulders, the downcast eyes, the fidgeting hands. It's like putting up a sign that says, "Vulnerable target." Enemies feed on this perceived weakness. By consciously adopting strong body language, you remove that target. You present a shield before they even launch an attack. The fear element here comes from the projection of unwavering self-possession. Someone who is physically calm and confident, especially under pressure or scrutiny, seems powerful. People are naturally wary of those who appear completely in control of themselves and their space. It suggests an inner strength that's hard to gauge and potentially formidable. They don't know your limits because you aren't displaying any weakness. Action step. Practice this. Stand in front of a mirror and check your posture. Practice maintaining eye contact with yourself, then with friends or in low-stakes interactions, like with a cashier. Pay attention to your movements throughout the day. Are they deliberate or anxious? Consciously slow down and eliminate fidgeting. Make strong body language your default setting. Your physical presence is your advance guard. It sets the tone before any words are exchanged. By mastering your body language, by projecting calm confidence and control, you create an aura of strength that makes potential antagonists pause. They see someone who respects themselves, someone who is grounded, someone who is not easily swayed. This silent projection is your second powerful weapon. All right, you've got the inner calm, you've got the outer projection. Now for the killer blow. Secret weapon #3. Cultivate absolute indifference. Their gossip, their insults, their negativity, their attempts to get a reaction. It's just noise, meaningless static. The Stoics called this focusing on what is truly good, virtue, reason, and understanding that external opinions are ultimately irrelevant. This is perhaps the most powerful Stoic principle in this context. What other people think of you is entirely outside your control. It's their judgment, based on their perceptions, their biases, their issues. Worrying about it, getting upset by it, trying to change it, it's a waste of your precious time and energy. True freedom, true strength, lies in realizing that your self-worth is not determined by external validation or criticism. How does this look in practice? It means when you hear the gossip, you don't engage. When they throw an insult, verbal or nonverbal, you don't bite. You don't defend yourself frantically. You don't get drawn into arguments. You simply don't care. Your focus remains entirely on your path, your goals, your actions. Their noise is irrelevant to your mission. You treat their attempts to provoke like a buzzing fly, momentarily annoying perhaps, but ultimately insignificant. This indifference is where the power dynamic shifts dramatically. Enemies try to hurt you or control you through your reaction to their opinions or actions. When you show genuine indifference, when their sharpest barbs elicit no response, they become powerless. Their main weapon is neutralized. They are left frustrated, confused, and holding a weapon that has no effect. You control the interaction by refusing to let their negativity dictate your state. Instead of wasting energy reacting to them, you channel all that energy into your progress. Focus on your work, your skills, your goals, your well-being. Let your actions and your results be your response. While they're busy trying to tear you down with words, you're busy building your empire, getting stronger, achieving more. Your success becomes the ultimate silent statement. Why is this so intimidating? Because someone who is genuinely unaffected by external criticism or attempts at sabotage is incredibly difficult to undermine. They seem self-contained, self-validated, operating on a different level. People who rely on social manipulation or negativity to gain an edge don't know how to handle someone who simply doesn't play that game. Your indifference makes them feel small and ineffective. Contrast this with the person who constantly seeks approval or desperately defends themselves against every criticism. They appear needy, insecure, and easily manipulated. Their happiness and self-worth are visibly tied to what others think. The indifferent person, focused on their own path, radiates autonomy and strength. They are the masters of their own universe. The fear here is the fear of irrelevance. When your enemies see that their opinions, their actions, their very existence has zero impact on your state of mind or your progress, it's deeply unsettling. They are trying to matter, to have an effect, and your indifference tells them they don't. They fear their own insignificance in your eyes. They fear the person they cannot influence or harm. Action step. Clearly define your values and your goals. What truly matters to you? Write it down. Measure your success and self-worth against these internal metrics, not against the noise from outside. When negativity comes your way, consciously remind yourself, this is external. This is irrelevant to my path. My focus remains here. Practice detaching emotionally from outcomes you don't control, including others' opinions. This stoic indifference, this unwavering focus on your own actions and values, is the final piece. It's the ultimate silent shield and weapon. You become an unstoppable force, moving towards your goals, completely unbothered by the yapping dogs at your heels. They waste their energy trying to affect you, while you simply keep walking, radiating power through your non-reaction. So there you have it. The Stoic Blueprint for Silent Power. 1. Master your inner citadel. Control your reactions. Stay calm under fire. 2. Project Unshakable Presence. Use body language to radiate confidence and control. 3. Cultivate indifference. Ignore the noise. Focus on your actions. Let their opinions become irrelevant. Combine these three, and you become a force to be reckoned with. Imagine yourself walking into any situation, head held high, completely calm, radiating quiet confidence. Your haters, your doubters, they see you, they try their usual tactics, and nothing. You don't flinch, you don't react. You just continue on your path, focused, strong, maybe with a slight, knowing smile. That is power. That is making them fear your unshakable core without you saying a single damn word. You command respect through sheer inner strength and outward composure. Now, don't just watch this video, do it. Which technique are you going to start mastering today? The inner citadel, the body language, the indifference? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear you commit. And if you want more strategies to become absolutely unbreakable, to crush your goals and live life on your terms, then smash that like button, subscribe right now, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single drop of power. This isn't just philosophy, it's a practical toolkit for taking back control and building the respect you deserve. Use it, master it, become the calm eye of the storm. Go out there and let your silence speak volumes. You got this. Boom.